Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our weekly market update. Thanks for joining our webinar and to start trading with OneRoyal. So, we have the disclaimer. The information provided in this webinar is for educational purposes. Please do not take them as a financial advice. Do your own research before start trading or investing. So we have those assets to analyze today: Euro, USD JPY, Pound, the Aussie, the dollar, the gold, the UK Brent oil, US 500, and finally we have the BTC USD. And if you have any desired asset, put it in the chat and I will analyze it at the end of this session. So let's start with the analysis by going through Euro USD. Euro USD, we will start as always on the daily time frame. So the Euro USD is still on a downtrend, on the higher time frame, okay, which is the most important thing to look at first time you open your charts. So we have lower highs, lower lows. You can see that also that the market is respecting this downtrend. We have 1, 2, 3, and here 4 touch. So the market in this move to the upside tried to break out of this bearish trend line, but it failed with a bearish engulfing pattern. You can see this is the bearish bars that engulf the previous one, and the market is moving to the downside. This is a good signal for the bears or the sellers. So the market could not break the bearish trend line, bearish engulfing pattern as well. So most probably the market will continue its move to the downside. Okay, so let me repeat. This correction here was a potential move to the upside or a new impulsive wave in the next uptrend, but it failed because it couldn't break this bearish trend line and it posted this bearish engulfing pattern. One more thing you can look at, if we look at the length of the correction, so 1, 2, and 3 correction, and this is a small one here. I took this one, the length of this correction, and this correction, it has the same length as the new one, which is this one. Okay, they have the similar length almost. Okay, so the correction, this is an indication that the correction ended and it's time to see the Euro USD moving to the downside. First target for the Euro USD is the 1.01. Okay, so the previous lower end of the channel, this is the first target. Second target, 1.0, which means each euro equals to $1. Okay, so this is my view on the Euro USD. GBP USD, also GBP USD, we are in a clear downtrend. You can apply same principle that we have talked about for the Euro USD. Here the market tried to move to the upside, but it failed. It posted a double top. Okay, so the market was about to move to the upside, but it failed. It faces a strong resistance and it posted a double top, and the market moved to the downside. Also, this correction, the previous one, is equal to this new one, to the latest one. You can see it has the same length. Okay, so this is the indication that this correction is ended and it will move to the downside. And the next target for the GBP USD is 1.19. USD JPY, it has been in an uptrend for long time. although we have here a kind of a move to the downside or a reversal, or let's say a bearish impulsive wave, but it failed. It turns to be a deep correction, a very deep one. Okay, and then the market posted a higher low, which is a component of an uptrend. So the USD JPY is still moving to the upside or bullish. So we will look for buy opportunities or the USD JPY. Here we have a strong support area. You can see 1, 2, 3, and this area also we have a support here. Okay, these are called fake breakout, fake breakout, fake breakout. What we could see next is maybe a slight correction to the 1.32, and then a move to the upside until the 134. So we might see a correction or a slight move to the downside and then a move to the upside. We're still bullish on the USD JPY. Australian US dollar. Australian US dollar managed to break the bearish trend line. We have a new move to the upside. Okay, it's not similar to the GBP USD. Okay, the Australian, it already made a strong move to the upside. We have higher low, higher highs, another high, which is a good sign. We didn't see those moves in euro and the GBP USD. What I see for the Australian US dollar, we have the market bouncing inside this bullish channel. This is the channel. Most probably the market will retrace to this area of confluence made of the 0.70 and the lower end of the channel, the 0.70, or we might see a straight move from here all the way up to 71.40, and the next target, this is a short-term one, and the long-term one, I can see the Australian US dollar reaching the 0.726. Okay, so correction now to find some buyers here. The buyers will rejoin around this area for confluence around here, and then the market will start to move to the upside. We might see a deeper correction here, but then it will be riskier for the bulls to move the market again to the upside. It will be harder. However, a slight correction to this area here is better for the bulls or the buyers. USD CAD, as you can see on the higher time frame, we had a breakout of this bullish trend line, the blue one. We have a move to the downside and then another move here. So impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. However, the market found a lot of buyers here. Okay, this is the support made of this, and this. 3 points. You can see it on the lower time frame. This point, 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, we have an inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. You can see it. So this inverse head and shoulders led to a fake breakout, and then the market moved to the upside by breaking the bearish trend line, heading to the 1.28, next target 1.29. Why 1.29? Because we have a strong resistance here. You can see I use this low and this high, where the market pushed to the downside, and here the market pushed to the upside. So this is a really critical level, key level. So next, 1.29. Regarding the gold last week managed to break this bearish trend line, but it seems there is a low volume here. If you go on the lower time frame, you can see the market is trading inside this channel made of the 1,807 and 1,768 level. Okay, so the market is bouncing inside this. You can see it on the higher time frame. This is on the lower time frame. We have a channel. It's more obvious on the lower time frame. Since we are in an uptrend, okay, we have a reversal after breaking the bearish trend line, higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, we are in an uptrend. What I would like to see is the daily bar closing above the 1807. If this occurs, then we will have an explosive move all the way up until the 1869 here, okay, or 68. So once this high is broken, or the higher end of this channel, and then we can see the move until 1868. Brent UK oil, it is moving to the downside, lower highs, lower lows. You know now the process, so we are in downtrend. Better to search for short ideas, not long ones. We should sell, not buy. On the lower time frame, we have here a double top, which is a bad signal for the bulls or buyers. Okay, so the market was moving to the upside, but it couldn't. We have a strong resistance along with a double top. So the market, most probably, it will go down again in the same direction of the main trend to reach the 92.50. US 500 also is still in an upward movement on the daily time frame, higher lows, higher highs. So the first thing I would see is testing the 4,299. Okay, so the market here, let me zoom out a little bit to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the market is moving to the upside, healthy moves. You can see big bullish bars. This one, let's say here, another one here. So the market is in a healthy uptrend, we can say. Okay, there is no signs that there will be any kind of a reversal that leads to a move to the downside. So next target for US 500 is a move to the upside again to test the 4,299, which is this area here. Why? Because here we have a strong resistance. I used those stops here. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this is more than enough to consider this as a resistance. And you can see 1, 2, 3 here and another 5 points here. So this is a really strong resistance. And once the market reach a resistance, what we could see minimum a kind of a rejection, either to the, let's say, a deeper one or a slight one, but expect a correction or a move to the downside. And sometimes you will see something like a move above the resistance, let's say like this, and then a correction. Don't be fooled, like don't be naive and start to buy once the market break the 4,302. Okay, so there will be a lot of fake breakouts here, and then maybe a move to the downside like this, and then the market rally again to 4,389. Okay, better to see a daily bar above the 4,302. So if the daily current bar, this one, close, or not this particularly, maybe the next one, the next day, but once we have a close and a move above 4,302, most probably the market will continue its move to the upside towards the 4,388. This is here. We used these lows, these highs to build this resistance. Okay, so yeah, this is it for today's webinar. Okay, we still have the BTC USD, a quick one. The BTC USD, it's still inside this channel. You can see we have a channel here. It looks weak for me, although we have a breakout of the bearish trend line. We have a breakout to the upside, but it's not strong. You can see a parallel or a sideways movement, which is not good for the buyers and the sellers. Okay, although we have a breakout of this bearish trend line, the market seems weak to the upside. So what's next for BTC USD? The BTC USD found sellers around the 25k, around this area here. So most probably it will continue its move to the downside in the same direction of the main trend, which is lower highs, lower lows, so a downtrend. The market will test the 22k in the coming days or by next Monday. So yeah, so this is it for today's webinar. If you have any question related to trading, or you need me to analyze any asset, please let me know in the chat. Thank you. So anyone have any asset to analyze before ending this webinar? Please let me know. Or any question related to trading. Okay, seems not. So thanks for attending again, and see you by next Tuesday. Bye bye.